Hi, I'm Andrew, and welcome to Men Cooking. Today I'm going to be making some meat. That's meat. Now, I don't need all of this meat at once, so I'm going to cut it in half to separate it a little bit. That way it will last longer. Oh, and don't worry about washing your hands afterwards. There's nothing that I know of that's wrong with touching raw meat and then other things, so you should be good. Again, I'm a man. I would know. This is my journey into cooking, by the way. Yeah, it's just video of me cutting meat. I'm going to edit this. Alright, I did a taste test. I think it needs to be cooked. So what I'm going to do first is season it. So, as a single man, I'm not exactly sure what quantifies as seasoning. My ancestry tells me this is seasoning. But I'm going to go a little bit more progressive. I got some whey protein powder. I think this is going to be some good seasoning. So I did a quick Google research, and protein powder is not seasoning. So luckily, I have some paprika. Not pronounced paprika. Little fun cooking side notes. I got some garlic. Fun actual side note, garlic actually kind of helps fight infections or something. Garlic has some medicinal purpose. This is why I teach history. I'm not even teaching history. I'm teaching personal finance right now. That's not true. I'm teaching one section of history. Alright, so I put in some oregano, named after the state it was discovered in, Oregon. Alright, so I put all of this in this little canister, this little Tupperware container, and I'm going to give it a little shimmy. I literally don't know a better word for this. Do y'all know there's a preheat setting? Huh. The 21st century, am I right? Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub this on my chicken. So I got my chicken out. And yes, I'm recording this on a laptop because my phone has no space. And let's also ignore the fact that I am a 33-year-old man who is actually learning to cook now. Yes, I made it through this part of my life without learning how to cook. Part of it was being married, part of it was I eat like a child. I wish I was exaggerating, but I really do eat like a child. Don't even get me started on milk and cereal. Whew. I have some controversial opinions there. I think it's interesting that when I do this, the paprika, like, I'll show you it at the end, but for some reason, it really takes the color of paprika and absolutely nothing else. You'd think I put, like, gallons of paprika in that cup. Alright, so I finished with my spices. And we got a nice paprika look to it. Again, there was garlic. There was Great Value poultry seasoning, which I teach personal finance, so I feel like I should go over this. The sponsor for today's video is poultry seasoning, the Great Value version. It was, in fact, a great value. Yeah, I don't know why it has that color to it. I don't know why paprika dominates so much. Again, against the internet's judgment, no protein powder. Somehow I've been told that meat has enough protein in it. So, while I wait for the oven to warm up, I'm going to start part 2 of this meal. And that is getting the vegetables ready. So, I got some broccoli, and I got some mushrooms. And now I'm going to start the arduous task of untying this bag, which I tied very tightly at the grocery store. And I'm going to get the broccoli ready first, because that's going to go in about the same time as the chicken. And I know everyone is very curious. I am cutting this broccoli on 2 cutting boards. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's such thing as a cutting board. I'm learning a lot throughout this cooking experience. I got these 2 because it came with a buddy. I thought that was nice of it. And I will be cooking the broccoli in my toaster oven. Because baked broccoli, actually not that bad. When I was a little kid, I don't know whether I just had it raw. I never had it cooked. And I think that was the problem. Because cooked, this stuff's actually pretty good. And you know that if you have ever tried it at like a Japanese or Chinese restaurant. I love getting this stuff with chicken. Sorry, while cutting it, I just thought about the time Michael Scott tried to feed Kevin broccoli and started stem first. Good stuff. Alright, broccoli is cut. Broccoli is ready to go in. Not going to put it in yet, though, because the chicken does not go in yet, and I like to put them in at the same time. Alright, mushrooms. I'm going to be cooking these, but it still says wash before use. I have never argued with a really cheaply made box before. I'm not going to start now. Alright, so finished washing the mushrooms. Finished washing the mushrooms. Kind of glad that I went to the store today, because otherwise I would have been out of hand soap. And thankfully, had enough hand soap to wash the mushrooms. So, I'm good. And I learned the hard way. You want to look at the internet before you buy any type of cooking ware, because I made a very big mistake. Do not buy the one that looks like a little baby sloth. That is not the proper frying pan. This is the proper frying pan. Hand soap really makes the mushrooms slippery when you're cutting them. There. So, got the mushrooms cut. Not too slippery. Got all my fingers, all 9 of them, so we're good. And waiting for the chicken to go in, and then I will be putting the broccoli in, and then I will be getting the pasta ready. Because yes, oh yes, there's more. So, how are you? Oh, look, it's time for the chicken to go in. What a coincidence. And I'm going to set the timer on, this is a phone. Alright, I'm going to set the timer on my phone for 20 seconds. Alright, spoiler alert, the chicken was not done. So I'm going to set it for 20 minutes instead. That might be better. So, while my timer is set, I'm going to get the pasta ready. This video is also brought to you by another sponsor. And I know you're going to be surprised to hear this since I'm talking about pasta, but it's Milk-Bone. Soft and chewy for a good boy. Instead, we're going to go with some whole grain penne pasta. I try to eat healthy, so I'm going with the healthy whole grain option. And I'm going with penne pasta because I like to stick my fork in between the pasta because it makes it easy to lift out, as opposed to like noodles where I have to try to wrap it. It gets me. Some say it started in my childhood, but it's another time, another video. But let's see, cooking guide for pasta. So I'm serving 1 because I'm alone right now. I'm serving 2 because that's the lowest setting it says on the cooking guide. So it recommends 1 quart water and 1 teaspoon of salt. Don't know what a teaspoon is, but I think I can guesstimate that because I've got my seasoning right here, my people seasoning. So let's add some water. So I'm going to bring the water to a boil, and then I'm going to put in 1/4 of a box of this pasta. Which I'll be honest, I do not know how to measure 1/4 of this box. So I'm just going to dump in until it feels right. And after I put the pasta in, I'm going to put in Food Lion's Classic Alfredo Pasta Sauce because teacher. So while you're putting your pasta sauce in, you want to make sure you spank the bottom of it. You need a good visual of me spanking. They say corporal punishment never solves anything. So for bringing the pasta to boil, I'm going to be putting it at 8. I have no idea what that means, but that's the highest setting next to high. And high just seems too high. So I'm going to go with 8. For the pasta sauce, I'm going to go with a 3. Mainly because I don't need to really heat that yet, because I still got 14 minutes until my food's ready. Until my chicken's ready. And my broccoli. So, while I'm waiting for my water to boil, I have to decide on a very important question. And that's what type of oil to use. Some people use spray, and some people use liquid. I think I'm going to go with the liquid option. Alright, my water's starting to boil, so I'm going to go and add in my 1/4 of a box of pasta. That was 3/8, and now I'm outraged. So, I got 11 minutes until my chicken is ready. I'm going to put my mushrooms on at about 7 to 8 minutes left. The main reason for that is math. Alright, we're at 8 minutes. So now, I'm going to turn on the last piece of the equation, the mushrooms. I'm never doing that again. I definitely sliced way too many mushrooms, so I'm putting these back. And when you're done using everything, make sure you find the sink or the washing up rack or the recycling bin, because you got to make sure that you keep your space tidy. In about 2 minutes, 1 minute, I'm going to be flipping the mushrooms, which, yes, I have learned every time you grab one of these, you have to do at least, I don't know why, but you do. Alright, before I flip the mushrooms, now I'm ready. So, broccoli is finished. I got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the chicken, and at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, pasta should be done, mushrooms should be done. And then I'm ready to assemble. Alright, got about a minute left till the pasta's ready. Now, despite what you may have learned as a child, this actually has a purpose. It's not just something you wear on your head. This helps with pasta. I know. So, I'm going to be pouring the pasta into this bad boy. It's that magical time. So, chicken is done. Alright, so let's start getting this together. I only have one oven mitt now because my dog decided to chew up the other one. That's the reason why I don't have a dog anymore. Alright. I know I did a little bit of editing, but just finished putting everything together. So, got the chicken, got the pasta, got the sauce, got the broccoli. Looks pretty good. Now, because it took so long, it is going to need some warming up, but otherwise, I'm ready to try my dinner. Thank you, everyone.